Oh, hello. So you're here. Hello, this is Joash from Studio Pi. This video is about the 5 books that every architect or architecture student must read. So stay with me and I'll go through all 5 books. I chose one novel, one philosophy book, one biography book, and there are like 2 books here that are interesting. The books I chose are not typically architecture textbook books like that most people recommend you. It's my personal favorite books, and let's get down to the review. So the first book is about the one and only Lloyd Wright. It's his biography. It's written by Meryle Secrest. I can't pronounce that name, sorry. It's a very long book, but it's very interesting and it's worth every minute of reading. I found a lot of inspiration in that book, and even though Lloyd Wright worked like almost a century ago, there are a lot of up-to-date concepts and interesting ideas that can be applied nowadays with no difficulty, and I think even more. They are more significant even nowadays, because these days are very confused and we've got, you know, a lot, and this book is extraordinary to read about Lloyd Wright, about his projects, about his personal life as well. I highly recommend it. Again, it's Lloyd Wright biography by Meryle Secrest. Actually, I bought it in Falling Waters when I visited like 10 years ago, and bought it there, and I read it twice already, and I never regret being there or reading the book. The second book is a very unique and interesting book. It's called On Adam's House in Paradise. It's actually a second edition of an already written book in the same name. The name of the writer is Joseph Rykwert, and it's all about, there's another headline here, the idea of the primitive hut in architectural history, and it goes through very ancient history, and there's a comparison to Le Corbusier's buildings and some more interesting stuff. I read it as a student, and this book is highly recommended for inspiration and some background, and it's got a lot of theories inside, and for me personally it gave a lot of different point of views to look at the basics and the origins of architecture, more fundamental in the human needs and the human perception of what is architecture. What is the need of the basics in architecture? And I'm not talking about like dimensions and how to create a kitchen or something like that, but more of, I can't say it's really spiritual, but it's more fundamental. So I highly recommend it, again, On Adam's House in Paradise. The third book is one of my very favorite books. It's this book. It's called Your Private Sky by R. Buckminster Fuller, and it's a review of his life, of his work, of his inspirations and everything he did in his life. It's very big, and it's got a lot of even articles from the newspapers and stuff like that, you can see, and I highly recommend to buy this book, like the hardcover of it, and not the Kindle one, because I don't know, it's like a small Bible for me. It gave me a lot of inspiration. I'm not a futuristic architect myself, but the stuff there is in there is like, it's like how you want to see yourself as an architect ideally. It's amazing. You can read about how his system, how he discovered everything, the geodesic buildings, and it's very interesting to see his system, how he worked as a captain. And he was a captain of a ship, Buckminster Fuller. So he worked as a captain in architecture as well, in some sorts. So it's very interesting to see. Highly recommend it. It's going to stick with you for a long time. And now I want to go to something completely different, which I like to do. And this is the Tao Te Ching. That's a Chinese philosophy book. And there's nothing there about architecture, but it's all about architecture. Because this book is will tell you the relationship of human beings to nature and to existence, and to understanding the system of, it's a point of view of understanding a system which is called the Tao. I'm not going to go into it right now because this is not the subject of the film, of the video, but actually I use this book as a guide, as an architect, for a way of thinking about things, about a project, about how to manage a project, about the relationship of things in the project. It's very, I think it's the best guy in the world for holistic point of view, to gather a holistic point of view. And I think a lot of architects, maybe other people in other professions as well, and without any connection to professionality, but this book is like a keyhole to a vast world, and a lot of interesting perspectives about the global system of being. So this is about the philosophy. I decided to go Chinese here. It's an amazing book. I think I recommend it to everyone. There's a lot of inspiration there, and chapter 11 is specifically about architecture. So there you go. The fifth book is a novel. I don't have it in a hardcover here, but I have it on my Kindle. And I'm going to put links to all these books from Amazon if you want to buy it directly from Amazon or from other stores. It's possible. But this book is called The Pillars of Earth by Ken Follett. This book, I think, gave me the most inspiration about how an architect should be as a persona, and it's got a nice story all around, an historic story about building cathedrals and everything. But I think understanding the point of view of architects back then gave me a lot of inspiration and a lot of different point of views how to look at the basic of the work of an architect. What is an architect? What is the meaning of being an architect? So there you go, 5 books. So if you like this video, please like or subscribe, or both. You know, they ask it in every video, so I would be happy to receive those. And also write your comments below. I would love to hear what books spoke to you as architect, student of architecture, or whatever, doesn't matter. And see you in my next videos. Hope you like it. See ya, guys.